Isn't it absolutely wild how we're all running on this cosmic treadmill of wanting? Like, seriously, we're all convinced that the grass is greener somewhere else, in some other life we could have lived. It's like we're stuck in this massive game of what if, and each of us is secretly convinced we may have picked the wrong door when life presented its choices. I was thinking about this the other day, and it hit me. We all living in someone else's dream, while someone else is literally dreaming of our reality. It's almost comical when you really think about it. The married folks, they're scrolling through dating apps in secret. Imagine a life of freedom and spontaneous adventures. Meanwhile, the singles are lying awake at night, scrolling through couple photos on Instagram, dreaming of finding the one, and settling down. And don't even get me started on the fame game. You got celebrities wearing disguises and baseball caps just to grab a coffee in peace, while millions of people are doing backflips on TikTok, trying everything possible to get noticed on social media. The irony is thick, right? Then there's the age thing. Young people are rushing to grow up, missing their youth in the process, desperately wanting to be taken seriously. Meanwhile, older folks would trade all their hard-earned wisdom for just one chance to be young and naive again, to feel that excitement for not knowing what's coming next. But here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about money. This may be the biggest irony of all. The people counting pennies, stressing about bills. They think wealth will solve everything. They're convinced that if they just had more money, all their problems would disappear. But then you look at the wealthy, and what are they doing? They're paying thousands of dollars for meditation retreats, therapy sessions, and spiritual coaches, trying to find the inner peace they lost while chasing those same dollars. It's like we're all chasing our own tails, thinking the solution is always just out of reach. The broke person thinks money will bring happiness, while the rich person realizes money just brings different problems and is now trying to buy back the simplicity they once had. It's the endless cycle that nobody really talks about, but we're all living it. But here's the real kicker, and this is where it gets deep. It's never actually about having the things we want. Think about it. The magic lives in the chase, in the possibility, in that maybe this finally be it moment. Remember the last time you really wanted something? A new job, a relationship, a gadget, whatever. The anticipation was probably better than actually getting it right. As soon as we catch what we've been chasing, our eyes start wandering to the next shiny thing on the horizon. It's human nature, this constant reaching for more. We're literally wired to want, to chase, to dream bigger. Our brains are desired to never be fully satisfied because, evolutionarily speaking, that kept our ancestors alive and pushing forward. So here's a thought that may blow your mind. What if the wanting itself is the point? What if the dissatisfaction isn't a bug in the system, but a feature? What if that restless feeling isn't something to fix, but something to understand and work with? Now, here's where the real wisdom comes in. And this took me way too long to figure out. The secret isn't in learning to be content with less. And it's definitely not about pushing yourself to want more. It's about understanding that life is one giant series of trade-offs. Want a high-powered career that makes you feel accomplished and financially secure? Cool, but you may have to trade some personal time, some spontaneous moments, and maybe some relationships along the way. Want a peaceful life in the countryside where you can hear yourself think? Awesome, but you may have to give up the excitement of city living, the convenience, and the career opportunities. Want to be famous and have millions of people know your name? That sounds amazing until you realize privacy becomes a luxury you can't afford. Every choice we make isn't just about what we get, it's about what we're willing to give up. And nobody really tells you this when you're making those big life decisions. So maybe, just maybe, the secret isn't in making all the right choices. Because honestly, there's no such thing as perfect choices. Maybe it's about making your choices and then choosing them again every day, consciously accepting both their benefits and their costs. It's about looking at your life, really looking at it, and saying, yeah, this isn't perfect, but these are the imperfections I chose, and I'm at peace with that. It's about recognizing that the person living your dream life probably has moments where they're dreaming of yours. This doesn't mean settling or giving up on growth. It means living with intention, making decisions from a place of awareness rather than just reacting to what looks good from the outside. Because at the end of the day, the only real choice we have is deciding which set of problems we're willing to carry, which battles we're willing to fight, and which dreams we're willing to let go of to hold on to others. That's not settling, that's living with intention. So next time you catch yourself thinking the grass is greener somewhere else, remember this conversation. Maybe instead of looking over the fence, look down at the ground you're standing on. You may find it's pretty good soil after all. And that's a wrap on today's episode. If this got you thinking, share with someone who may need to hear it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Until then, choose your choices and own them. Thank you.